Hey guys, I'm Make Your Own Creation here. Let's introduce Mr. Roshan from Greengyro.
Hi Datta.
Hello. Roshan, I have some of the questions from my expert and technicians. So can you just switch on the machine and can you show the...
Definitely I shall demonstrate the entire machine and how it functions again, and if you have any other queries we can answer the same.
Sure.
Sounds
Thank
good,
you.
Datta.
Yeah, thank you.
So Shivam over here will actually switch the machine on from that, and we have another representative, Kiran, also, who's here. So in order to show you the entire working, so please press start. Like what I said, here that the power supply comes in, goes on to motor, so that's what we do. And then you hear a particular noise come from the previous box. Once the particular noise comes, shows that the motor is completely. This shows that the motor is completely cut off. So if you come here, this is a motor supply box which is here. So Shivam will actually pull the lever, which will show that the power is actually cut. Now we can actually show it to you, the readings. So you can see the readings yourself. It's actually zero. That means there is zero input which comes. Now if you come over here on this side, about 37-38 amps which comes, and this is the output distribution load which goes. About 58 amps which is there. Keep close watch on this particular cable which is connected to the distribution box. So once you come all the way over here, you can see the number of kilowatts which are being produced against the particular voltage. So it's running at about 1000 RPM currently. So once it comes over here, the power we can redistribute it out at the back. So we have connected it to a particular pump set. So see, you can actually see that this is the output cable which goes back to the bus bar, and from there you can notice this particular line which comes. If you follow it, it goes all the way to this particular panel. We are connected to a motor. So if you come and see over here, right after Kiran presses it, you'll see about 400 volts. Now you'll see that current is actually passing through, and if you see here, you will notice that the water is coming. So this shows the proof of concept that with 0% input we can produce about 100% output. So if you all do come to the particular distribution box right now, I can show you that there is a sudden drop in the kilowatts which are there. That is because there is a load. So it shows that power is actually being consumed somewhere. So here currently it's showing about 25 kilowatt.
Earlier it was 38.
Earlier it was 30, and now it's showing about 25. So now if we have the motor switched off, so I can just ask my other representative to switch the motor off. Now if we switch it off, you'd see that the kilowatts slowly start increasing. So now you would see that it's gone from 25 to 26, and then it will keep gradually increasing up until what it was earlier. So this is to show y'all that our particular proof of concept works efficiently. Now if you also notice that the machine is capable of running for about 100 hours, and it cannot be switched off from the starter point over there. So it can only be switched off from this particular panel over here. So Kiran over here would show how it's switched off. So once you press the stop button over here, so then you will notice that it stops. So if you keep seeing the panel also, it will show a slow reduction of kilowatts, and then it will hit 0. So this means that the machine is off. Since there are big wheels which are suspended there, and slowly turn and it will off. Now if you see the tachometer also here, the RPM, once the machine is off, it will run as slow as it can, and then it switches off by itself. It just stops. So now that we have concluded the demonstration, sir, if any of you all have any queries, I'm more than happy to answer all of them.
We have certain queries. We would like to hear some good answers from you.
Oh, I'm more than happy actually to answer them.
Mr. Roshan, I have lots of questions from my team, so can you please answer for that?
I'll be more than happy to answer all the queries.
Sure, please start a question.
Okay, so I mean, we have certain questions from our team. So, like to understand. So, we have flywheels and some pulleys are all with that. So, can you explain what is the use of the flywheel and how it works? This technology.
So this particular technology is called as flywheel technology. Flywheel technology is quite predominant, has been there throughout the world, but this is the first of its kind machine which gives like 0% input and produces about 100% output. So that was a demonstration which I actually stated. Various other people have told that they get about 10% input and then you get 100% output. But we are trying to demonstrate over here and show that with 0% input you get 100% output. So that's what our technology is all about.
I have one question.
Yes.
The technology which you are referring,
Yes.
whether it is patent?
Yes, sir. Our technology is actually patented.
Do you produce these kind of machines?
Yes, sir. We actually produce these machines. So we have our particular like factory set up in Tamil Nadu. So it's in a place called Thoothukkuram. So we produce these machines.
What is the maximum and minimum capacity of these systems that you build?
So we have machines which range from about 10 kilowatt all the way up to 10 megawatts.
So, what is the space required? So, this is what is the size of this? What is the capacity of this? And for this machine, so what is the space that is required?
So if we just say for a 10 kilowatt, you require about 10 by 10 the space, and for about 10 megawatt, you require about like 100 by 100.
Okay, so how many hours these machines continuously run without input?
So we have been able to prove that it has been running for about 100 hours continuously, post which we will actually ask you to like switch it off about an hour so that the system cools down. But for about 100 hours, it's proven.
In which on-grid locations are these machines suitable?
So when you state on-grid, actually we have these different thermal power plants. You have the various other places where on-grid kind of works. So over there, this can actually go and act as a subsidiary for them. So if you're talking about windmills or anything, they're all seasonal, or solar and all of it. So in those 4 months in which it can run very well, they absorb. So let's keep solar as an example. It can absorb sunlight for about 4 months continuously, since it's seasonal. Post that, you can actually take this particular machine and utilize it as an on-grid capacity, and it can actually give you equal amount of power.
What about applications in off-grid? kind of scenarios?
So for off-grid, if you actually look at places which are remote and looking at different other industries, we are talking about heavy industries or mining, all these places where they have these crusher units and all of it. So off-grid works very well over there.
This machine which we are seeing here, so is this a prototype or production ready, and where is your production unit?
So this particular machine is not a prototype. This has been running for about, it even ran on grid. This is a particular machine which ran on grid for about 2.5 years. And our production unit, like what I stated earlier, it's in a place called Tuticorin. It's located in Tamil Nadu, India.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Does this machine have any national and international recognition as of now?
Yes, sir, it does have national and international recognition. Good.
How different is your machine as compared to thermal or nuclear or any solar or any windmill kind of technology? How different is your technology?
So if we start taking one by one, so let's take nuclear for example.
Okay.
So nuclear, let's look at the cons of it. One, it's radioactive. It's very hard to dispose, and all the people who are surrounding it, they are in that panic state, like what if a meltdown happens, what if anything happens, and most of all, it pollutes the air. Now, if you compare that to our particular machine, our machine gives out zero emissions, so it does not produce any pollution, anything as such, and our machine can reduce everyone's power bill by about 50%. So that is something which our machine does. Now let's go flip over to another. Let's go to thermal. Thermal coal is the input. So coal again pollutes, and by taking a lot of coal from the earth, we are depleting our natural resources. So all that comes into consideration over there. Whereas our particular machine does not do anything like that. For solar, you would require huge places of land. You will have to locate a lot of people. They will have to move from one place to another, and so that natural habitat gets lost. The same goes even for windmill also, because for windmill you'll require it in certain windy places and such. So there are lots of cons when it comes to all of them, but compared to our particular technology, we do not have any con per se. So this particular machine gives out zero emissions, completely eco-friendly, and is able to produce similar output.
What is the kind of impact that you think this can create globally?
So when we look at a global scenario, like what I stated earlier, when we are looking from an eco-friendly perspective, if any machine is able to give out zero carbon rate, or if it's like producing zero emissions, that is said to be one of the best machines ever. And looking at another billing perspective, you would probably be billed for about 100% of whatever you use. So we will be able to reduce that by about 50%. So thinking from a global scenario, we will be making a lot of people save a lot of money.
So is there any plans to go global on with this machine, or so as you said global, right? So have you apart from this location, any other place you have deployed, and what is your plan to go global on this?
So we actually plan to do international collaborations. So that's a specific idea which we have. So we have chosen about 52 countries currently. So for these 52 countries, we have kept it on our particular website. So to know more, I would request you to visit our website to have these international collaborations.
Can you explain the website name, please?
It's www.greengyropowertech.com.
Okay. Mr. Roshan, I think this is a 50 kilowatt machine.
Yes.
But I would like to ask you, what is the maximum megawatt power capacity can be generated in a single space?
So that depends on the specifications which are given. So currently we are producing machines for between the range of 10 kilowatt to 10 megawatts. So based on your specifications, we will be able to give more. Suppose if you are giving about 100 megawatts, for example, I can give you about 10 megawatt machines. So it depends on what you all give as requirements.
Coming to the user point of view, I think now it would be advantageous if you engage with the government. How do you plan to engage with any government?
So with governments, what we actually plan to do is we look at local governments. Wherever we go, you have like, let's take for example India also. You have state, central, and all of it. So internationally also, when you're looking at, because we are planning to spread our wings everywhere, go global. It's not just local. So for every particular place, we would like to sit and discuss along with the local government, try to understand how we can like make this particular product go forward to the market.
The local state government.
Yeah, with the local government.
What is your plan on working with private operators?
So with private operators, so what we are actually doing right now is, if you do visit our site, we have something called as channel partners. So we are planning to keep one particular channel partner state-wise, and that channel partner can go and give out our particular machines to all these private organizations. They can come forward towards one particular channel partner. The reason why we are doing this bifurcation is because when you go to different other states, you have different cultural people, and people with different language barriers also can come into place. So once we have a representative of theirs locally, trust also builds. So we'll be able to get across that crowd also easily.
So this one, when you said about the states, so in the geography of India, if you see, there are hot like desert region and there is cold place like snow region. So how this power generation will affect when there is a environmental temperature changes?
So we actually give customized products based on the geographical region also. Because let's not just say India, let's go global also. There are lots of places where there are deserts, where it's like it's windy or it's like pure winter, or that really cold, sub-cold regions. So we will customize our machines based on the habitat or whichever region it is, and then we will deploy our machines.
So when you say customized, then what kind of customized? So for an example, if it is a deserted region, what kind of customization
So
you are
if
going
it's
to
a desert region, we will be putting more air vents over there, so that the distribution box does not get heated or something like that. And if it comes to colder regions, we will be putting certain coolers inside, so that the system does not get heated up.
I have one similar kind of question. For the extremely cold region in any part of the world, how the electricity can be generated using this technology? Will you have any exclusive strategy?
So like what I told you, when you're giving customized products, now when you're saying cold regions, if we put like certain heaters inside, when you have something like this, the flywheel is running, everything gets from the alternator, the power goes into the distribution box. So that itself creates some amount of heat which is there. So that heat can help that particular system stay warm. So else we will actually put small heaters inside, so that our system does not crash or collapse.
Very nice.
In what capacity presently, and how many numbers of machine can you produce in a single in the initial period at least?
So for the initial period, what we are planning to do to deploy is we want to give out about 3 machines, 1 megawatt, 5 megawatt and 10 megawatt machines to each and every individual state in India, and throughout the world wherever we are getting international collaborations also, give out these particular machines. That is our plan.
So, how are you setting the pricing strategy? In the sense, is it based on the capacity of the machine, or what is the kind of manufacturing which is?
So the pricing always differs from the range of the machines. So to know more, we would actually like to sit and discuss with the respective party and conclude.
So what kind of marketing strategy you have for this for the sales of this machine? And there are different governments here, and do you have any tie-ups with the governments for this?
So right now when we say tie-ups for governments, so that's why we are coming with these channel partners. So that's why we are trying to keep it regional. So in every particular region, once we have our own channel partner, the channel partner can go to that particular respective government, discuss along with them, and then move forward. So that's how we have kept our strategy. This is for an India perspective. When you're going internationally, all our international collaborators who come forward, they will have their own reputed recognition in that specific country. So they can also help us go over there locally. So that's our particular plan.
For international, I have one more query. For international operation, have you selected any countries as a first phase, or you have any option for any selected countries?
So we've actually selected about 52 countries.
Okay.
And then for other countries which are not there in the list of 52 also, we never say no. So we would like to take in our international collaborator partners.
You have already set for 52 countries.
So 52 countries we have already set.
Nice.
So to know more, if any international collaborator wants to join, they would have to visit our particular website, fill in our form.
What is the criteria used to select these international partners?
So when it comes to international partners, we would expect them to be reputed in their specific region. The reason being, when they are going to collaborate with us, if it's a reputed brand, it becomes easier to be recognized.
Where is this machine manufactured, and how do you expect to ship this internationally?
So this particular machine, like what I said earlier, is manufactured in a place called Tuticorin, which is in Tamil Nadu, which also happens to have a port. So we can export it from there directly to the respective countries.
So, so for the international collaboration you said, right? So how they can approach you?
So, like I said earlier, they would actually have to visit our particular website. So, we have a separate page which states on international collaboration. We're given a particular form. They have to fill in the form. So, we have our backend team which will do the entire background verification on the same. Once we feel that it's fit, then we would go ahead for international collaborations.
I just would like to ask you for the general perspective. The people who don't come here and see these machines, they maybe see 0% input and 100% output. There may be a machine faults. And for those kind of people and audience, what would you like to say about it?
So, when I think the doubt why you are having is because of that small input which we take in. So now, when we look at the scale of running for about 100 hours, your input which is taken is just for a margin of about 30 seconds. So that comes even less than 0.5%. So anything less than 0.5% is considered as zero. So anything, even if it was about 0.5% to anything 0.7, you can round it up to 1. So that's where we are like hardbound and stating that it is 0% input and 100% output.
So you mean to say people, whoever is having small doubt about the machine technology, they need to come and visit?
They will have to come and visit us. I mean, once you come here, that you will get to know. But answering your question, we stand for that it's 0% input, 100% output, because whatever marginal electricity which comes in, that is to just kickstart the motor. So that is less than 0.5%. Because it's less than 0.5%, it's rounded off to 0%. Fine.
I want to ask one question of the internal part of the machine. Does it have a battery inside it? Or?
No, sir. It does not have a battery.
No batteries?
No battery.
One more question, see, following up on this thing. Is there any other motor or anything which is hidden which we
So
cannot
if you
see?
want, you can, like, I will just take you in person because you have asked this. You can come along and you can see that let's look down here. There is no additional motor or anything as such, which is there. No motor which is down. You see from the beginning of our video which we took till now. Zero. The motor is dead. So this shows that only one motor is left. We don't have anything else. This particular thing has been off since the time we left.
So apart from this external motor pulley what you have, right?
Yes.
Inside the proprietary box you have to, what kind of equipments, I know it is proprietary, but in general terms what kind of equipments you have inside?
So inside we have something which is called as a gyro box, which we have. That's like the secret ingredient of ours for our entire project. So that's all that's there. Nothing else.
Yes, I have seen some gearboxes. I would like to ask you how many gearboxes inside you have?
Currently there are only 2 gearboxes.
Okay.
There is one gearbox over here which you can see.
Yeah.
And there will be one gearbox inside in our gyro.
Okay.
You mentioned about the 2 gearboxes.
Yes.
That's the patent technology of the gearbox inside.
Yes, sir.
So can you show me which are those 2 gearboxes?
One is here, which is there between the alternator and here. And there is one. Inside this particular panel. So that's what we call as a gyro box. Which is inside. The secret sauce of our entire thing.
Why is this box sealed?
So this currently we have sealed it and kept because we don't want anyone to actually know.
So it is your
Yeah,
IP.
it's our patent one. Else there will be like a lot of paper technology that so many things can happen. that's why it's nice. But apart from the gyro box, nothing else.
This machine, what is the continuous duration you have run? So because this pulleys, and you say it runs by itself, right? So what is the longest duration this machine has worked?
So the
Which you have
longest,
tested actually?
the longest duration actually that the machine has run is for about 100 hours. It's been tested also, and so we have run it for 100 hours.
Can it extend more than 100 hours, or you have any hard limit as 100 hours?
We have set the hard limit as 100 hours because we have run it for 100 hours. And our post switch, which will request you to cool down the system for about an hour. So you want to just switch it off.
So that is only for cooling purpose, not
It's
for
only
any
for cooling.
limitation.
It's only for cooling.
In case, if it is, for an example, it is inside an air condition or cool place where it doesn't get hot that much, can it, from 100 hours, can you extend it more?
We would like, since we have tested it and done it for 100 hours, we would like to stick on to 100 because we know our machine capacity and capabilities. If you see, there are actually conveyor belts, and then like the bearings, everything is there. We don't want it all to get heated. No friction, nothing should happen. Because of that, we would request you to stop it after 100 hours, cool it for about an hour, then run it again.
So 1 hour cooling period is enough.
1 hour cooling is more than enough.
So I'm just seeing here mechanical and electrical combination this technology is working out.
Yes.
But I would like to ask you where the idea in physics which you are talking about.
So if you see, all of this runs under the principle of physics. Everything is only in the pure motion because of physics. Nothing else is anything apart from what physics is.
Has anyone scientifically researched this or any of this kind of motion, any of this kind of machine what you have built?
So our particular scientist had done a particular thesis on this, and the post which is when we had this started.
So there is some scientific.
Yes, sir.
Any electrical or mechanical experts have kind of done a review and then given you kind of a
So there have been many electrical and mechanical experts who have come, visited, seen, and then they have given us like really positive feedback on the same. That is a completely proven technology.
One, you said 100 hours this has run. I mean, you have tested, right? Whether is this the machine or is there any other machine where any other place, different location which you have deployed? And
This particular machine was running for about 100 hours on a government.
The same
grid.
machine?
Same machine.
Okay.
It was running on an on-grid facility. So for about 100 hours, it is like tested and done.
Have you tried even in 100 hours on an off-grid facility?
Right now, on-grid we have done. So off-grid is also the same.
Actually, I just would like to ask you for 100 hours you are telling that continuously generating power. Do you have any record on this?
Yes, so we actually do have a record on the same. When it was actually running, we did get it recorded. There's certification.
Will this be a case when you market the machine, or will there be a separate case or something?
So this we have kept it for your understanding and for the understanding of all the viewers over here, so that they can actually see that there is not machine tampering or anything as such, which is happening over here. So that is why we have kept it. Else it will become in an encased box.
It will be fully sealed, encased,
It's a fully sealed, soundproof box.
all-weather box.
Yes, similar to what you see in your DGs and all of it. There will be a soundproof all-weather box.
See, the other thing is, many people have doubts on this thing because it's very novel, right? Because 0% to 100%. What do you have to say about people who are having doubts even after this examination?
So what I would request is if people would like to come and visit and see, then they can come. Because seeing is believing. Like I'm telling y'all experts over here, y'all came, y'all saw. Now you'll know that it's actually working. There's a functionality and all of it which comes. So if anybody else has doubts, you can come, see. Seeing is believing. That's it.
Okay, thanks for the answer, Mr. Roshan.
Anytime, Datta, anytime. Thank you so much. Thank you.
ಎಲ್ಲ